Hi, this is Monty from Mopart Vehicles. This is one of our vehicle presentations on a car that we've just recently taken in. It's a part exchange that's coming with another one of our cars against our Jaguar. Now, the reason we tend to do these video appraisals or detailed appraisals on the car is just so we can be as honest with anybody who's watching these videos. We can quite easily hide behind a lot of pictures, not all high definition pictures, etc. Customers come up to have a look at the car and 9 times out of 10 they can be not as described. So it's all about honesty, integrity with us. We'll tell you everything about the cars, where they've come from, why we're selling or how we're selling them, etc. So anyway, please feel free to do any checks. There's a registration number of the vehicle. Now, this particular car has got, from memory, I think about 7 or 8 stamps in the book. Some of them Mercedes-Benz, not all of them Mercedes-Benz, some of them done at specialists. And MOT on the car was is about 9 months on this particular one. But please feel free to do any checks that you need to. Now, the previous service, or the last service, was actually done by the previous owner. It was an elderly couple that owned this car, as well as a Peugeot 206, and their grandson MOT'd the car. He took it to a garage and MOT'd it about 3 months ago, and he done the last service. So this particular car is being offered as a trade sale without any warranty supplied or implied. Now, there'll be a couple of reasons behind this. Now, the main one is really just to do with the age of the car. Our warranty company will only warrant certain ages of cars, and again, service history, they won't warranty anything that's been done by, you know, just the previous owner. It's got to be done at a garage. So these are the main reasons. So the car will not come with any warranty. Now, this is now let me tell you a bit more about the car. It is an A210 Evolution. So it's a 2.1, 140 horsepower vehicle, incredibly rare. I worked for Mercedes-Benz for a number of years. They only made this model in silver and black, and from, God, I can't be 100% sure, but I'm sure they only made about 500 of them. Okay, so it uses some 17-inch wheels. You've got some twin exhaust pipes on the car. You can probably see it back there, they'll be in my pictures. And it's got front and rear parking sensors. Now, this car has covered just under 86,000 miles, so it's not a lot of mileage really for the age of the car, being that it's now over 14 years of age. Now, I'll give you a detailed appraisal on the car, so from the comfort of your own home you can watch the video and know when you come down and have a look at the car exactly how I've described it. Now, tyres all round, it's got approximately 5 to 6 millimetres worth of tread all round, 6 mils on the back and 5 mils on the front. Okay, just show you there. Now, this car has got a few scuffs on the alloy wheels. It is in need of some TLC, poor little thing. Okay, now front wings, they're all plastic on these, so no rust or anything like that. Let's just go down the door. Again, door seems all okay. There's no real dent or anything evident that I can possibly see. Now, there is a rubber trim that's missing at the bottom of that door that is actually in the boot of the car. Now, cars of this age, Mercedes-Benz did go for a few quality control issues with their metalwork, and a lot of cars from early 2000s up to about 2003 did suffer from some rust. Now, they did rectify a lot of that, but on this particular car, you'll actually see there at the bottom of the door, you can see some surface rust coming through, round the wheel arch as well, and at the top of the wheel arch. Okay, now if you look at most of my pictures, you probably won't pick most of that up, but this is again the reasons why we do these videos. Okay, front and rear parking sensors I mentioned earlier, they're all fully working, absolutely fine. All looks okay there. You may have 1 or 2 little chips. Now, this is probably the worst rear wheel. Okay, you can see a bit of the paint there sort of flaking off. You can see sort of grey primer below. Looks like it's been painted before. Now, we're not going to be painting anything. We're not going to be sort of like doing any paint work on this car, repairing bits and pieces. Hence the price of the car, what it's advertised for. Okay, if I was going to get all this work done and reservice it and get another warranty for it, I'd be spending well over £1,000 to get it to how I want it to be. All right, so it is a future classic, this car. Someone can actually do the work on it, store it somewhere, and it will be worth a lot of money in the future. So you can see here at the rear arch, you can see where it's all starting to bubble up. Now the good thing about it, it's only located on that front edge of the arch. I have had some quotes on the paint work to be done on this car, and it's working out about £750 to get the paint work done. Okay, now you've got a little bit there on the front passenger door, just on the leading edge at the back there. And then good tread tyres there. And again, you won't have any rust on the front there because that's all plastic wings. And you'll see, looking through the brakes there, it's recently had a set of front brakes. It was recently serviced about 3 months ago. Again, that was done by the previous owner. Now, one quick fix that you could possibly do, there is again some rust on the leading edge of the bonnet, there and there. You could just go to a breaker's yard, pick up a bonnet, this colour from memory, I think it was called Polar Silver. You can pick up a bonnet, just remove the grille, put the other bonnet on. That'll be a quick fix if you wanted to start on getting the car back to the standard it should be on. Right, having a look at the screen, there's no chips on the windscreen at all. Nothing that I can see there, and it's still got the original Mercedes-Benz screen. Now on the current MOT there is no advisories whatsoever, nothing to come up as an advisory on this car. And what we'll do, we'll show you some inside, because it had a unique interior. So it had this half leather and sort of white, nearly sort of grey Alcantara trim. And you've got these kind of Evolution kind of pedals. These are stainless steel and rubber pedals. And then you've got a CD player in there. Everything seems to work, all the electric mirrors, the whole lot. It's all working. Now the air conditioning, everything seems to be sort of charging up. You can hear the compressor, everything clicking, but it doesn't seem to be getting any colder. It may just need a pump up. I'm not going to pump up the air conditioning at all. Any of these trade sale cars, they don't go through any kind of mechanical checks. I tend to drive them, do a good couple of 100 miles in the car, make sure everything is okay. All the levels are all topped up, and that's all we do. Okay, so these cars are not mechanically checked over by our technicians. And the boot. Okay, and that's the trim I mentioned about that goes on the bottom of the driver's door. Show the back end here as well. Again, they all look in really, really good condition for the age of the car. Remember, it is 14 years of age. And again, you know, there's no scuffs, no ripping, no real signs of any kind of fraying of stitching or anything like that. It all looks really, really good. And even when you have a look at the driver's bolster, that's all fine. Okay, now I'll start the car up for you just to show you there's no warning lights or anything like that. They all go out. Apologies for any jiggling about. There's all the lights coming on. Starter up. Now the only lights that you'll see coming up there are to do really with the handbrake, which I've just taken off, and there was one for the seat belt. Okay, now mileage on the car, I don't know if you can pick it up, it's probably coming up about servicing. There we go, that shows 87,600 642. I will advertise it with 88,000 miles. The reason behind that is I will drive this car. I will use it. It's got quite a lot of fuel in it as well, so I will use the car. So let's just switch her off again. You probably hear the fan just going in the background there. That's the air conditioning fan. Everything else there I mentioned about the air conditioner seems to be working. But it may just need a pump. Alright, so we've just got about 10 minutes now. So I'd like to thank you very much for your time. If there's any vehicle that you wish to inquire about, whether it's this car or anything else that you see on Auto Trader, our website, we do advertise on motors, etc. There's quite a few places that we will tend to advertise. We can bring cars out to you. We tend to travel maximum really about sort of 15 to 20 miles, that type of thing. Anyway, thank you again for your time.